Hi, I'm Hanbit, and I'm a pastry chef from Korea. Hi everybody, it's Hanbit here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make amazing chocolate chip cookies. I'm pretty sure you already know what these cookies are. They are a classic and they're quite common and you can see them pretty much everywhere. And everybody loves it. There are many different recipes out there, but just try mine because I'm sure you'll love it. Right, I'll go through the ingredients. I'm going to use the standard creaming method to make this chocolate chip cookie, which means that I want all the ingredients to be at room temperature. So somewhere around 20 degrees Celsius should work fine. Here I've got unsalted butter at around 20 degrees Celsius, so around room temperature. Here I've got a mix of white sugar and light brown sugar. Using light brown sugar adds a bit of depth in the flavor as well as moisture. Whole eggs, all-purpose flour, a bit of salt, and baking soda. When the recipe calls for baking soda, you should use baking soda. I've seen people swapping it for baking powder, but that will not get you the right results. I'm making a chocolate chip cookie, so I've got Couverture chocolate, so that's dark Couverture chocolate. And to add a bit of nuttiness, I'm going to use chopped hazelnuts. You can use chopped almonds as well, or other types of nuts, that's completely fine. And finally, I've got chocolate chips here. I call them chocolate chunks because they look a bit more chunky, but you can use those small chocolate chips, that's completely up to you. And these chocolate chunks will be used at the very end to kind of place a few on top of the chocolate chip cookie dough. Now, you might ask why I'm using both the dark Couverture chocolate as well as the chunky chocolate chips. And the reason is because what happens with the Couverture chocolate is that when it goes inside the oven and when it's baked, it melts and it creates concentrated pockets of chocolate, which simply tastes amazing. And what the chunky chocolate chips do is that they don't melt easily at high temperature. So if you place them on top, they're sort of going to stay in shape, which means when you bake this chocolate chip cookie, you'll have a mix of both chocolate that's melted and also chocolate on top that hasn't been melted, which is amazing. Right, so let's get straight into it. First, I'm going to lightly beat the butter. Once you've smoothed out the butter, mix in the sugar. Once you've mixed in the sugar, it's time to add the eggs. And I'm going to add in room temperature whole eggs and just add them in across, let's say, 3 to 4 additions. Great, now the dry ingredients, and they are sifted. And always sift the dry ingredients. Right, you can see that it's not fully mixed. It hasn't come into a single dough. And the reason why I've stopped is because I'm going to add in my dark Couverture chocolate and chopped hazelnuts. I'm adding them in now because once the dough has been formed fully, it becomes really difficult to incorporate anything else. So that's why I'm adding it in now. Great, so now I'm going to finish it off with my spatula. Just scrape everything together and bring everything into a single dough. I'm now going to scoop them and place them on the tray. I'm going to use a 5cm scoop here, and obviously you can use different size scoops, but if you do need to adjust the baking time. Make sure you fill the full scoop so you get cookies of similar size. By the way, do work quickly when making this cookie because if the butter melts, that's going to result in your cookie flattening when it's baked in the oven. So do work swiftly. Do push the chocolate chips in because if you don't, they might actually fall off when they're baked. I'm going to press them down slightly and ever so slightly. If you press them down too much, it's going to flatten in the oven. So just press them down very slightly. And now, rather than baking it right away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the fridge and let it rest. I'm going to leave it until the temperature of this cookie comes down to around 15 degrees Celsius or so, and then bake it in the oven. Right, my chocolate cookies have come out of the oven. They look amazing and they smell heavenly. But I can't try them right now because I need them to cool down, right? They're just too hot to handle. So I'm just going to let them cool down for about a few minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them to a cooling rack and then cool them down. My chocolate chip cookies have cooled down, and now I'm going to try it. Honestly, chocolate chip cookies can't go wrong. The combination of dark Couverture chocolate and chunky chocolate chips, amazing. So how was it? Honestly, these chocolate chip cookies are really easy to make. And because I'm a professional pastry chef, I care about the shape and I don't like it flattening. But honestly, if you're making this at home and if it does flatten a bit, it really doesn't matter because it tastes amazing regardless. So please try my recipe and share the love. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. For more YouTube videos, please click here. If you want to take a step further with your baking and pastry, then please visit my website on www.hanbitshow.com. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.